Hello there, everyone. This is Quiversee. Welcome back to Hat in Time. And looky what I found. Last time we did the last of the super bosses, that being Snatcher and Mustache Girl, which was brutal, and then unlocked effectively the super boss rush. But before I did that, I remembered when I did the cleanup, I completely forgot about the green vault. And so I went back in to see if I could find the dang thing this one time. And here we are. I found it.
What?
So I can finally open this stupid vault. Holy moly. Okay, so there's one there. Looks like there's a lot of vault codes, but they're just really close by. So let's get this one up here.
4.
There's one over there. Seriously, how is it that I found green vault codes, but not the green vault itself? Like, it's not even hidden. I don't know how I never found this thing.
All mine.
Well, who knows? The real final rift token. I don't know. But I'm glad I found that. Anyways, only one death wish left to do. And I think it would be only fitting to talk to Snatcher to go in there. I have a feeling he'll have something else to say, because he did before. And now that we're literally just have one death wish left, there's no way he won't have something to say.
You ready to die some more? Great!
Huh. Okay. Oh, oop. I accidentally bumped the bumper. Anyways, seal the deal. Defeat your strongest foes, you have 3 chances, so it's the same as the regular boss rush. But I did double check what the bonus stamps are, and it's gonna be a hard time. I don't need to use one-hit hero, thank goodness. But one of them is to not fall to 1 health, like what with the Snatcher. And one of them is no hat powers, like with Mustache Girl. I'm gonna try that one first. So let's do it. So, Mafia Boss.
So, have you include light?
I just remembered, laser helps with Mafia Boss. Yeah.
Supercharge!
Unfortunately, it's been a couple of days since I last fought him. So, gonna be a bit of a relearning curve for both him and the conductors. There we go. Give me that heart. I just remembered something. I think using the laser counts as using hat powers. Alright, fine. Well, whatever. I'm gonna keep trying this one, but if I die, I just won't use the laser anymore. I forget what Death Wish it was that taught me that, but I only just now remembered.
Mafia!
Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll manage to do it without falling to 1 health or lower, huh? Although now I wonder, will dying... So, hypothetical. What if I... So this is obviously gonna work like the... Hang on, I can't vocalize while this is going on. Holy crap, how did that work? I'll finish that thought when I can breathe. Okay. what I was gonna say. When you die and use one of your 3 lives, you would it reset if, because you have to fall down to 1 health to die, right? Would it reset if you died on the same foe? Like if I died to the directors and then I beat them without going to 1 health or less. I would hope so. Alright, speaking of, these guys without time stop is gonna be rough. And the funny thing is, this is gonna, these guys are probably gonna be one of the harder ones. Cause like, I just proved I can handle the Mafia boss without too much trouble. Snatcher, you already can't use time hat power with. And I already had to beat Mustache Girl without powers. So, you know. These guys are gonna be the real hatless challenge. But so far, I'm doing okay. I remember this is the phase that always gave me the most trouble doing it hitless. And this is why. Man, that was actually a really easy move to dodge. That was always what screwed me up before. Okay, we're getting 1,000,000 knives. Ooh.
How could you do this to me, lassie?
All right, now we're in the bomb phase.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Ready, you gotta blow.
Getcha. Gotcha. All right, come on. Hit someone, thank you. Thank goodness I don't need to try and just hit one of them. I made it to the parade phase on my first retry of these guys, and I have taken no damage. How am I doing this good? How did I do that? How the heck did I do that? I don't know how I did that. Okay. I was terrified of this. Okay, I shouldn't get too cocky because now I gotta go to the Snatcher, and that's where things are gonna get tough. Oh, of course. I should have guessed. Snatcher is gonna be the final boss. He has to be the final boss of his own mode. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with that because Mustache Girl is a little more annoying. All right. Hatless Mustache! Here we go. Ah, dang it. All right, well, that's not too bad. Getting hurt there, not that big a deal. Because I should get healed here. I didn't get healed there. Oh no, did they tone down? Oh no. I thought I was supposed to get healed during the beginning of this phase. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's good to know at least. All right. This is gonna be the hardest part. Doing Hatless, but I've done it before, I can do it again. I just remembered that I probably already failed because I used the beam on the Mafia boss. I don't care. I'm still gonna try and do this Hatless. If nothing else, it'll be good. Continued practice. Ah, dang it. Well, there goes, not falling below 1 health. Whatever, I'm gonna still keep trying. I'm not gonna just throw myself to the laser. That didn't take as many hits. She doesn't have as many hit points in this boss rush, doesn't she? Because that normally she takes like 7 hits of the Mafia Ball. But here she only took like, what was it, 4 or 5? Oh, I was too distracted and got hurt. Okay, does it restart me in the Hyper Time Rift? Yes, okay, good. All right. You know what? Fighting her without hat powers in this situation, for some reason, not as frustrating as it was in her original one. And I think I know what it is. I think she just has too much health in the in her standalone fight. Because now it feels like it's going by much quicker. And I think that's taking away some of the frustration. Alright, gotta dance around. Okay, shield. Shield. Here we go. Dodge that. Still not a fan of this phase, though. It's just full stop. I do not like this phase. No, messed that up. Bomb ya! Down to 1 health. And shield. Less life. That's okay. The fact that I got this far without using hat powers, barring the potential of laser, and I'm doing this relatively well, gives me some hope. Alright, come on. Alright, muff ball! There we go. Ah, she dodged. Huh. There we go. Shield phase with 1 health, I'm definitely gonna die. But I'm also not gonna just give up and hand her the win. Yeah, I saw that coming. I'm dead. There we go. Okay. Unequipping this now. I'll just equip that because I can. Okay. For real now. Guaranteed no hat powers. I made it to Mustache Girl on my first try without too much hassle, and I made it pretty far in her fight as well. I've already beaten her without hat powers. Snatcher is already no hat powers. I can do this. Oh, crap. I kid you not. I just instinctively pushed the button to activate sprint and forgot I can't use hat powers. That wasn't even 30 seconds after I said I could do this. Good lord. What a start. Alright, back at the Mustache Girl, but unfortunately I am not at full health like I was before. I got hit by the parade at the end. And I get hit by Mustache Girl, of course. Oh boy. This ain't gonna end well. I can tell. Unless I can somehow make it to the phase where healing is happening, assuming that still happens, then I've basically lost. Give it my all though. Alright, should be at about the Mafia Ball phase now. I think it's 4 hits for that. Yeah. Okay. Mafia ball. Aw, man. So much for that. Whatever. My primary goal is still the same. Huh. This is probably the last Mafia hit. Yes! Shield time! Okay, what's your first attack? Stompy. Huh? I don't know what hit me there. Oh well. Go. There we go. Okay. Yep, you're running. One more. Mafia ball. Close. Right in your face. Mafia ball. I believe one more. No, it's two. Okay. So you need 5 Mafia ball hits in this version. But the question is, how many hits do you need in bomb phase? Get bombed! And smacked! Oh, I thought you were gonna activate your shield again. Nope, not yet. There it is. Okay, you're doing this. Just focus on dodging. 5, 6. No! Oh. Can't make it there, but I can make it there. Smack! Enough! Okay. If I get any kind of healing out of this, then I can win. Yes, I got a healing. Smack. Oh! I did it! I beat her! With no hat. And I never got below 2 health. I still have never gotten to 1 hit point. So as long as I can pull that off with Snatcher, just starting off a little injured, then I'm golden. Holy moly. All right, Snatcher. Going into this, I didn't think you were going to put yourself at the end, but in hindsight, that's the logical decision. The final boss of Death Wish. The Super Snatcher, once more. Can I get a health pot on the side? I would like a health pot on the side. I don't think I'm gonna get a health pot on the side. But I'm gonna take a quick look. After all, no reason not to. So if I don't, I'm just gonna have to find. I'm just gonna have to hold off until I get myself. I believe it's every 2 hits I get healed. Assuming that plays the same. Yeah, there's no bonus pawns for me. All right, Snatcher.
Wait up, kid. Remember how the old contractor had his head pop off? That wasn't a coincidence. It popped off the moment he stopped being useful to me.
I wonder who his previous contractor was.
And guess who else just became obsolete? That's right. You. Now that possessed outhouse isn't bothering me anymore, and all those contracts of yours are tidied away, need you around.
I mean, this is the final contract right here, so he's not wrong.
Besides, you didn't think I was gonna let you keep all these timepieces, did you? They fell in my forest, kid. They belong to me.
I do wonder what these purple timepieces actually are. Are they like Snatcher recreating them based off of the ones that fell in the forest? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to hear Snatcher's little spiel one more time. He takes my hat.
Time you saw what I'm really capable of, kid. Say goodbye to that little head of yours.
All right, Snatcher. I fought you before. I know how you work. Hup. What? Wait. Excuse me? Hold on. That's different. What? Wait. Slow down. Snatcher, what are you doing? I saw you're throwing timepieces at me? Okay, apparently there's another version of the Super Snatcher. And he drops stage light. Wait, stage lights, timepiece. He's attacking me with the other boss's attacks. He's attacking me with Mustache Girl's timepiece throwing, the conductor slash Grooves' whatchamacallit? Stage lights. Oh man, does that mean he's also gonna drop like sandbags on me from the Mafia or something? I guess I'll find out. It does seem like it's all tied to specific attacks. Oh, buzzsaws! Interesting. So for that attack, it's not an addition, it's a replacement. That was dumb. Yeah, right in the face. That's actually way more dangerous than the shockwaves, though, because one stun from the earthquakes would mean my doom. Whoa! Uh-oh. Ah, crap. Oh boy, we're on this move, okay. Ah! No! Doggone it! I almost did it without falling under. Oh, man. I almost did it like all. Oh, there's a death. Last chance. I came close. I think if I hit him with that potion, I would have won. I think that I was at his last hit. But now I know what to expect. He has a whole bunch of extra projectiles and crap. Like, his actual attacks are mostly unchanged, with the only exception being the earthquakes. Oh, this ain't good. But everything else is literally just the same attacks, just with extra. Just keep running. Just keep running. Okay, I gotta survive this. Where's that potion? Over here. Give me that heart! You didn't give me a heart. Oh, right, it's every... Oh, I have to hit him again before I get a heart. Okay. Assuming he doesn't have less health like the other bosses, because I noticed that the Conductor and Grooves also had less health, in addition to Mustache Girl. He would have 6 hits left. He has no more than that, I can at least guarantee that. Okay. Uh-oh. Dang it!
Ow!
Well, that sucks. Okay. So that's what I'm really up against, huh? I can do this. I can do this. Already down to 1 hit point. This is not good. Wow. I think that's the first time I've gotten hit there. Oh, but it let me skip straight to here, back with full health. That's neat. Dang. I'm getting beaten by the mustache again. And 1 health. And dead. Yeesh. Mustache Girl is still a major roadblock, just because of the shield phase. Dang it. I was literally 1 hit away from beating Mustache Girl. Like, I know I wasn't going to be able to beat the Snatcher at that point, but would have been nice to have some more practice. She was, like, homing in on me with that laser. There was no dodging that. Okay, last chance again. Man, I can't even get back to Snatcher at this point. I just want to have another shot at Snatcher at this point. Like, the most frustrating thing about this, honestly, is that I keep dying to the same boss, and it's the 3rd out of 4. Like, seriously, the Mafia boss and the birds are, like, nothing to me at this point. It's just Mustache Girl. But the problem is, there's still bosses I have to beat. They still take time. So it's a major time sink every time I want to get a chance to fight the actual hard part. And that just doesn't feel good. God. I feel like I'm getting worse at this fight. Well, I finally beat Mustache Girl again. Unfortunately, I only have 1 hit point, and I'm pretty sure I'm on my last life. I'm either on my last life or next to last life, but either way, it doesn't matter. Because even if I have an extra life, I just restart with 1 hit point again. And I don't know if I can beat Snatcher without taking a hit until the first healing, because of all the blue potion crap I have to deal with first. Won't stop me from trying, though. Okay, that's my last life. Yeah, won't stop me from trying, but I think I'm dead. At least I finally made it here again. Okay. It doesn't really get hard until the first blue potions start flying. Although, still gotta try and adjust for the new attacks. Alright, here we go. This is where it's gonna get rough. Alright. Just gotta survive a couple more attacks. Alright. This is a non-issue. Just keep moving to dodge the things. Okay, this. Holy crap. Oh! Okay. I have a shot. It's not gonna be easy. And now it's very likely not possible. Because I just got hit in a very stupid way. Huh. Okay, for that. Ugh. I got hit by the hourglass and I was trying to dodge the thing. That is rough. But at least I finally had another chance to practice it. Honestly, despite the fact that I've made it past Mustache Girl and I haven't made it past this new version of the Snatcher, I think Mustache Girl is harder. Just because I haven't had the chance to practice the new Snatcher. That's why I haven't had any luck with it. But Mustache Girl, I think, is going to be the hardest challenge, no matter what, at this point. What? Ah, doggone it. The laser in the shield phase is the worst. I think I need a break. Okay, I don't know what the heck happened there, but I got, like, hit twice when I couldn't do anything.
I love the smell of death in the morning.
Seriously. Mustache Girl does not need to be this hard. Doggone it! I had 3 hit points when I started the phase that time! Seriously. They bumped up Mustache Girl way too much. This is so frustrating. Because it's nothing I haven't done before. I know I can do this. I actually went back there because I was honestly thinking I might activate Peace and Tranquility for this, but guess what? It hasn't unlocked after like 30 deaths. So that's great. There is no easying out of this, apparently. Okay. I have an extra life, and I got 2 hit points. Not ideal, but I'll take it. Oh, I got 3? I must have gotten healed at the last second I didn't see. Alright then. Snatcher. Let's hope I can pull it off this time, because I am starting to feel the drain. Honestly, I think after this attempt, win or lose, I'm gonna stop for the day and take a nice break. Here goes nothing. Here we go. Oh, come on! Well, so much for getting all of it at once. This is the first time I've gotten down to 1 hit point this run. But if I win, I don't care. Because then I can come back and do it with hat powers. My last chance. Oh, come on! I was outside the range of that! It sure looked like it to me. You know what the worst part of this is? The amount of time it takes to get back to him. I am showing in... okay, I don't know how much of this I'm cutting. But let me just put it to you like this before I take a break. I've been recording for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm going to be showing off every instance I've gotten to the Snatcher. That is all the time I have had to learn him.
Remember the good old days when I tried to murder you? That was fun. We should do that again sometime.
And the biggest problem, honestly, is just how much time it takes to get to him. I'll be honest, at this point I really just kind of want to do but I don't have that as an option. You know what? before I take a break, I'm gonna do one more run with all the hat powers and just see how it goes. See if it makes it any better to get to Snatcher for practice. Well, I got my answer. It is easier and a little bit faster, but it still takes forever, and I still am gonna have a heck of a hard time, considering I only have 1 hit point, which means that beating this won't get any bonus stamps anyway. I think I've had... Okay. I've made up my mind on what I'm doing with this. I'm gonna try and beat this fight with the Snatcher, you know, just as is. And if I win, great. But there's no way I'm gonna be able to do those bonuses, not in a reasonable amount of time. The fact that this has already been going on about as long as Cruising for a Bruising, and I've got basically nothing to show for it, there's gotta be a way to activate Peace and Tranquility. I'm gonna look up what it is I need to do with it. This is just too much. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, this is just too much. Hang on a second. Let me see what I need to do to unlock this, because I think the problem is this. I have been enjoying Death Wish for a lot of this. But as it is, there have been 3 challenges total that have been absolutely not enjoyable to me in any way, shape, or form. Cruising for a Bruising, which I only pushed through because of that early run I had where I got 39 out of 40 tasks. That's the only reason I pushed through on that. The Mustache Girl fight, the actual, you know, standalone super Mustache Girl stage that we did last time, which I only had to be on for a little over an hour. And this, which is frustrating for the exact same reasons as the Mustache Girl fight, but I have to go through, you know, 5 to 8 minutes of other fight that's unrelated to the hard fight first. Every time that I fail enough times, and I've been trying this for 3 times as long. And part of that is because of that gap between them. Like, the fact that I can't just keep retrying at the same part that I'm failing at is why this is not working. So, give me a second. Okay. So, I've done some digging, and I have seen 2 statements online about this. Statement 1 was that in order to unlock Peace and Tranquility, you have to die in killing 2 birds. That didn't work. The other thing is saying that it doesn't exist. But then there's this, assist mode. Some elements of the game are more accessible, and you'll recover health after a short bit. I will try with... Does it double my health? Huh. I feel no pain in doing this way.
What do you want, kid? I'm rereading my favorite part of this book.
Which part? The book, the poison or the knife? What in the world? What's that little stamp? Is that because I turned on assist mode? Hang on. You know, no, I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. I just want to see this done. I think that means that it's effectively Peace and Tranquility. I'll take it. Yeah, okay, that's what it is. I don't care at this point. Like I said, aside from those 3 bits, Death Wish mode has been great, but this is just too much. If I didn't have to re-go through everything every time I died a few times, it would be worth it. But that one aspect takes it away. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll try it again and try and do it legit. But that'll be on my own time, if and when I ever get the feeling to do it. But at this point, I'm not sure that's gonna happen. Hat in Time is a great game. I've had a really good time with it. This is just an unfortunately sour note to end on. Truth be told, you know what they should have done? The final Death Wish, it shouldn't have been a boss rush. It should have been just a single battle against a really powerful Snatcher. Like, yeah, they already had the one Super Snatcher fight, but it's different than the one at the end of this, because this one incorporates attacks from all the other bosses. I would have seen... What I would have done, honestly, is probably had it be a Snatcher fight where it literally is using not just elements of the other bosses, but the other bosses themselves. Like, they would actually come into the fight directly. Something along those lines. I don't know. Basically the same thing as the Super Snatcher fight at the end of this, but a little bit harder as a result. But it being the only thing, and not having to go through this mad gauntlet every time. Either that or just get rid of the 3 lives. Either or would I consider acceptable. Because it's a hard enough challenge as it is. Like, I understand why the 3 lives are there, because otherwise it would literally just be the same as going through each of the bosses on their own, just as is. But still. I feel like they went a little too far. Heck, honestly, even just giving a little bit more healing in the bosses would be enough as well. Like, there's a lot of ways they could have made this a lot more palatable. And it's kind of a shame that my only choices on completing it are either do not complete it but it's insanely hard and miserable, or complete it like this, where I'm basically invincible.
Do this to me, lassie!
Like, I'd be lying if I said that it feels good to do it this way.
Check this out!
But I'm gonna see what that, I want to see what that last prize is. Oh well. I'm gonna try and not let this ending spoil an otherwise great experience. For it. And hit you. Oh wow, I actually got hit. So, how long after I get hit does it take for me to heal, I wonder?
I can't believe I let you be the star of my movie!
Well, now I won't know because I got healed by the conductor. But yeah, like, honestly, with even without the Piece of Tranquility, the first 2 bosses here, the directors and the mafia boss, like, you've seen already how handily I can handle them, and you're seeing now how handily I'm handling them. Like, so far, the assist mode hasn't made a difference in anything yet. But this is a non-zero amount of time that I have to go through every time I fail. And it just, it's the real thing that kills the motivation to do it. So if I were doing this without assist mode, I would be going into Mustache Girl with only 3 hit points. And that's basically what the normal was for me. Because I'd always get hit in a stupid way and on that parade phase. So let's see how many times I get hit during Mustache Girl. At the very least, I know I'll be able to beat her.
Excuse, don't you not look? I don't. You.
Right. Whoop! Funny thing is, I haven't been healed yet. Not that it's gonna matter too much right now. Maybe I need to stand perfectly still for a bit or something. I don't know. it's really not going to matter for a while. I'm still playing this as if I were doing with all the restrictions before. Although I obviously am letting myself use hat powers. I will say, it is kind of nice to actually see what Priest of Tranquility actually does, because I haven't used it up until now. Man. Down to 5 HP already, huh? Oh, no, you don't. Okay, that was wonky. Whoop. Okay, now we're in the shield phase. This phase is still the worst thing besides the ending phase. Let me just point that out right now. Oh, I got a healing. I got a healing thing. Boy. And throw. I have managed to get better at breaking her shield at the very least. Like, that's something. Okay. So yeah, we're at the point now where if Peace and Tranquility wasn't on, I'd basically be dead already. Because look at this madness. Seriously, in the entire Mustache Girl fight, yeah, I complain about the shield phase a lot, but honestly, I think this is the only phase that's actually just too much. Look at all this insanity that you're supposed to dodge. With, yeah, you're getting healed technically constantly, but it's like once every 30 seconds or something. It's not enough to compensate for that sheer amount of madness. Except when you have the time stop hat. But they expect you to be able to do it without. And obviously, you can, because I've done it a few times. But then they expect you to follow it up with a Snatcher fight that is harder than even the other hard mode Snatcher fight because of a bunch of added random projectiles. And there's no way to practice that other Snatcher fight without going through this entire maddening gauntlet. I'm real sorry if it just sounds like I've been complaining for the last 15 minutes, but I've been going for like 3 hours. A little over 3 hours now. I need an event. But regardless, we're almost done here. I am curious what's gonna happen at the end of this. Alright, we're back to this insanity. And of course, I might have the Peace and Tranquility healing powers, but I do not have hat powers because Snatcher stole my hat. Funny thing is, now that I've said what I said before about like a theoretical single Super Snatcher fight that's just even harder with like aspects of all the bosses, I'm kind of playing through this and trying to imagine ways I would incorporate them in that theoretical scenario. Like maybe after a few hits you could have, say, the parade come in from the director fight. I could see that working. I do like this attack. I will say this. Of all the things that they add to the Snatcher, I love the addition of the buzzsaw attack. I think that's pretty clever. But maybe instead of having some of the shockwaves, replace it with like the Mustache Girl timepiece rifts. You know, like the big black lines she summons. I could see that working. for some of his attacks. For the Mafia bosses, we haven't seen anything about. Obviously, you could do the sandbags, but how is that any different than the timepieces falling down or the spotlights, really? You could add his electric sparks to some of these attacks. I didn't know I could single jump over that attack. I just kind of did it. You know what the sad thing is? I think I've only gotten hit by the Snatcher twice so far. And I've made it to him with 3 hit points before. Which means, if I am as close to beating him now as I think I am, then I effectively have done this in spirit. It's just not in truth. Okay, well there would have been my 3rd hit, but I've also been getting actual healing from him. I missed the potion. Oh. Can I pick it back up? Yes. And that's it. I am so close to being able to do that legit. Good lord, it hurts knowing that. But it's done as it needs to be. I feel like I've shown this enough. Going through the rest of that without the peace and tranquility effect, I just don't think it's worth it. That being said, I am gonna turn it off. Any words for me, Snatcher?
What do you want, kid?
Shadow Puppet! So it just says clear. Because peace and tranquility. Oh my lord. Whoa! That is kind of creepy.
Time to get back to work.
He doesn't have anything special to say unless I do it legit, doesn't he? And I guess that stamp there means peace and tranquility, huh? Well, I'm gonna say this. I might not be doing this because I just found no joy in it. But I don't like seeing it as complete like that either. Rip and tear. And I'll leave it at that for now. That is gonna do it for A Hat in Time. I still want to leave this with a positive outlook on the game as a whole. Like I said, it's a fantastic game. I love what they've done here. We've seen in the community events the stuff that the mods are able to pull off. And Death Wish is a great mode. I just think it goes a little too far sometimes. Like, when it's doing stuff like Beat the Heat, or, like, Vault Codes in the Wind even, Bird Sanctuary, Wound Up Windmill. What are some other really good ones? I liked Quality Time with Snatcher. That one was fun. And even, like, 10 seconds until self-destruct. Just the stuff where it's modifying an existing stage, but making it trickier because of an added twist here and there. I like it. I even like most of the standalone extra bosses. I just think that they went a little too crazy with Mustache Girl. And Final Snatcher really isn't that big of a difference from regular Snatcher, but it's different enough that you can't practice on this one because of the additional projectiles. And the fact that you have to go through everything else to get to it just makes it not worth it. Okay, I am done sounding like a broken record. I know I've said all this stuff like 10 times now. And that right there is where I thought this was going to end. But a few days passed after I recorded that, and I decided I wanted to try something. I decided that I wanted to give it another go. And I gave myself the following little restriction. That I would go a couple of times every day until the last episode was basically ready to come out. And if I didn't make it, then I would just leave it at that. Let's see what happened on my 3rd attempt trying this at all, which was on the 2nd day. And while going over this, I'm also just going to mention a couple other things, a couple other thoughts I had about the Death Wish mode as a whole. I still stand by a lot of what I said previously. For context's sake, I'm recording this about a week or so after the last attempts that you just saw. But I'm definitely less negative on certain things that were frustrating me at the end before. I still think they could have toned Mustache Girl down a little bit. But when I say that, I literally mean, like, I don't know, maybe toss a heart when you start the shield phase or something like that. Honestly, that could go a long, long way. Something that minor. And I'm still not the biggest fan of the last thing being just a big boss rush of the big bosses. Because, again, Death Wish shined the most when it was either doing something that was truly unique, like the community rifts, or just a slightly ramped up twist on something that was already there. Such as, like I mentioned before, like the birdhouse or 10 seconds to self-destruct. And, like, I bring up 10 seconds to self-destruct again specifically, and honestly the birdhouse too, because you saw how I was with those. Those gave me massive headaches. Those were rough! And I still think that they were some of Death Wish's best. I'm looking back on them fondly. Honestly, I think the only thing that falls in this category to an extent that I don't look fondly on is Cruisin' for a Bruisin'. And that's literally just the same as Ship Shape, but multiplied ad nauseum. So, you know, that's just a weird outlier. But another thing that I think they probably shouldn't have done with Death Wish, and this is another reason I had, like, no qualms on just looking up the bonus stamps. Some of the stamps being hidden before you run anything, like, why? I had thought that a few times while I was going through this. I just never vocalized it, but I don't understand it. Like, it didn't feel like it added anything to have them hidden, because, you know, like for example, when I went after the two directors for the first time, I assumed because they were hidden and because they had done it with every other boss that I was going to have to do it with one hit hero. And as a result, I was like, well, if I'm going to have to fight it again but harder anyway, I might as well learn how to do it in the hardest form possible. And I know I'm not the only person who plays games thinking like that. Like, if I have to try and do something a few different times, and each time is going to be at a different level of difficulty, I'm going to want to practice it the most with the form that's going to give me the most trouble. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like common sense to me. Maybe I'm just that kind of crazy. I don't know. But I think that the mode would have definitely benefited from having none of the hidden bonus things. Unless it's something that's, like, meant to be truly hidden. Like something, like you're doing a stage remix and there's some kind of secret that gives you a stamp. And it's like, oh, well, the bonus is find the secret thingy. You know, something like that. But not when it's just, hey, do what you just did, only do it harder. Either way, what really screwed this up for me, and the reason why I was able to come back to it after just a few days, I burned myself out. That's what it was. That's what it boils down to. Because, keep in mind, when I had gotten to this, the boss rush, it had been 2 days since I had fought the directors and the Mafia boss in their own respective stages. And it had been 1 day since I had fought Mustache Girl and the Super Snatcher, because I went into the next day to take on the boss rush. Now factor in how big of a difference my abilities were when fighting the Mafia boss and the directors. When I fought them in their own respective stages, I was fighting tooth and nail just to get by. And by the time I got to this, even in my first couple runs, they were pushovers. They were pathetic. And while I never quite got to that point with Mustache Girl, I mean, you just saw, I was still struggling a bit. It's not like it was an insurmountable challenge. It didn't feel nearly as difficult as it did when I was going through this prior. And honestly, that's kind of funny for me to think about, because, like, you'd expect that you would end up doing better the more you practice all in a row, but no, that's a trap of a mindset. Sometimes you need to just sit back and let what you've done have a moment to sink in. And the end result, well, I wouldn't be showing you this for nothing. Obviously, I've let my health drop to 1 HP, but I'm pretty sure this is the life where we get to see this all the way through. Truth be told, this version of the Snatcher really isn't as different as I was making it out to be, because at the end of the day, there's only 4 differences. And that's the addition of... Actually, no, it's 3 differences. The addition of the spotlights for 2 attacks, the change from shockwaves to saw blades for the earthquake attack, which I still think is clever, and the addition of the falling hourglasses for everything else. I still think it would have been cool, whether it was a standalone fight or not, to have remixed his attacks in more clever ways. And, like, I've thought of other ways to do it. Like, I mentioned earlier how, like, maybe adding in Mustache Girl's black line attacks to some of his shockwaves. It's like, no, don't do that to the shockwaves. Add that to the potions. Change some of the potions, except for the ones that you would throw, to the hourglasses and have them cause that effect. With the obvious exception of the one where he throws like 1,000. You know, just as like one more example I can think of. I don't know. I think that there's ways they could have done more with that. It feels a little bit weird the way they did it. But yeah, I did manage to get that, the Super Smasher there, and then after that, it was just a matter of, defeating the bosses again without falling to less than 1 HP, and with the addition of hat powers. You know, I gotta say, it's kind of funny how the game gives you all of these hat powers, and you're not allowed to use any of them for the boss fights, but in reality, let's be honest, there's only 2 that would hold any real weight in any of these boss fights. Sprint, which is good for, obviously, you know, dodging certain attacks and just general mobility. But more importantly, doggone Time Stop. Like, I have a feeling if Time Stop wasn't in the game, that wouldn't really need to be a stamp bonus, is not using hat abilities. Either way, it is done. And what's the prize for doing all of it?
Back to the old girl.
Complete!
What? You're not dead? This
Nope.
book was useless, Arshin. Sue. You completed all my contracts, but somehow you're still alive to pester me. Thanks, I guess. Really, that's just great. Congratulations. Huh? You want a reward? Look, kid, we've done this before. You really need to learn to negotiate up front. I get the feeling you're not going to leave me alone unless I hand over something. It's always about you, huh? You know, you weren't even supposed to make it this far. They should be picking out flowers for you right now. So I guess we can't always get what we want. Now there. At least you have the feeling you achieved something. You earned it. If it wasn't clear, our business is concluded. Go bother someone else, kiddo.
Honestly, I don't know what Snatcher is talking about. I got exactly what I wanted. But yeah, with that, we are truly done with the Hat in Time. And next time, we'll be doing something completely different. So until then, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.